how to plan a successful open house. So having an open house is a great way to bring referral sources into your office and to showcase the amazing space that you have. I would recommend that you do an open house when you open, or if you've never done an open house, or maybe you have something new to show people in your space, or it's just been a while since you had an event or a party in your office, and maybe it's time to reintroduce what you do. And so I think that you can do an open house really at any stage. It doesn't just have to be when you open. We actually had an open house planned last summer. And then, for those of you who don't know, I'm in Florida. I'm in South Florida. And so it rains here every single day. Yes, it does. It's 100 degrees in the summer and it rains every day. And unfortunately, the roofs caved in. We had a massive leak. They had to redo our roofs. It took a really long time. So we had to cancel our open house and reschedule it. And so we've been in our space almost, not quite a year, but about 8 months, 9 months, and we had an open house. So I think it's really okay for you to have an open house whenever it works for you. And so you want to make sure that however you communicate with your referral sources, that you communicate that you're having an open house. So a few things that we did in order to promote our open house is we made a Facebook page. So obviously I'm a Facebooker. Obviously I have a group on Facebook. I'm active in other Facebook groups. And so I utilized those resources in order to promote. So we did a Facebook event. We invited people. We shared in a lot of groups that we're in, myself and my team. So I not only did this myself, but my team also helped out. And we really did a good job of inviting people. And so that was one thing that we did. Another thing that we did was we emailed our mailing list and we let them know that we were having an open house and we invited people to come. And then we also made personal invitations. I think that is a really nice touch. There were people who I really wanted to be there. I wanted to make sure that they saw it. And so I, either emailed them or called them or text them and let them know like, hey, I'd really like for you to be here. I'd love to catch up. Sometimes it's not always easy to meet people for lunches or go to other networking events. And I just thought that maybe if these people could come to my space, that it would be a really great way to connect with people. And so it was Facebook marketing, email marketing, and still that one-on-one personal touch marketing that really drove people to come to our event. So if you're thinking about doing an open house, you definitely want to make sure, however you communicate with people, that you make sure that you go ahead and do that. So some of the logistics, we made sure to plan it far enough in advance. So you don't want to, give a 2 weeks notice, especially if you're wanting other therapists to come. They're probably going to have to block off their schedule. That's probably one of the hardest things, is to figure out a time. So we decided to do it on a Wednesday afternoon, which a lot of feedback we got was we would love to come, but that doesn't work out for me. But if we did it on the weekends, that didn't necessarily work out for everybody. And if we did it during the day, some of our clinicians couldn't come because they have other jobs. And so that's probably one of the hardest things for you to probably figure out, is when to hold your open house in terms of timing. So we started in-house. We decided what worked for our clinicians, what was going to be the easiest, because really at the end of the day, I wanted the clinicians to be there. I wanted them to connect with the other therapists in the office that they don't always see. I wanted them to be relaxed, them to have fun. And so we started in-house. We said, okay, during the week works really well. Weekends don't really work for some people because they have children or they have other commitments. And so we said, all right, during the week. So again, we couldn't do lunchtime because some people have other jobs or other commitments. So we decided to do it in the afternoon, and we still had a great turnout. So don't worry that even if you're doing it at a time that maybe you're wondering if other people aren't going to come, your people will come. If you build it, they will come. So you want to decide if you're going to have any food, beverages, some of the logistics of that. We didn't have ice, right? So we had to purchase ice. That was a big thing. I was like, we have to make sure to have ice for the drinks that we provided. We ended up doing sweet treats. We did it around Valentine's Day. So that was really cute. That was our theme. We did a self-love theme. So you can have a theme and you can have your food around the theme. I think that if you don't want to have a theme, that is A-okay too. if you don't want to have food, depending on what time you're having it, or if you just want to have appetizers or, foods to pick at, I think that is, really going to be dependent on your budget, what kind of mood you're trying to set, what kind of theme you're having. And so what I love about open houses is you can really design it for you. Somebody here locally, they had an open house. They had the city come out. They cut a ribbon. I thought that was really fun. So I think that you can try to make it as intimate as you want or as large as you want. I think the larger you go, you're going to have more planning and more time. So just give yourself enough space for that. So I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that is a full service health record that also has wonderful customer service, you can just pick up the phone and speak to somebody and they can guide you through whatever it is that you need. I want you to check out TherapyNotes. You can write your progress notes, you can collect payment, you can bill insurances, you can create super bills. There's a lot of functions within TherapyNotes that makes it a really great practice, electronic health record for your private practice, and for especially a group practice. If you're managing multiple people, it is really has done wonders for my practice. So I highly recommend you check out TherapyNotes. So going back to your open house. So on the day of your open house, you want to make sure that the energy is exciting, that the offices are clean, that all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And then you want to make sure that you welcome everybody that comes in. Try to, say hello. If you're the practice owner, say hello. A lot of people are going to want to meet you. That was one thing that was a little overwhelming. Was I knew people would want to see me, and I wanted to see people too. But so I tried to really go around and create a personal connection with everybody. Thank them for coming. Showcase the office without being too salesy. We did collect business cards. We did pass out business cards, but there wasn't a lot of focus on let me tell you what we do and sort of like sell you on us. We really just let our personalities shine, the offices shine, kind of showed like some of the spaces, like some of the space that we'd use for working with children, really, spoke to, I think, the people that came. And so on the day of, just have fun. Don't worry if the turnout isn't as much as you wanted, or you run out of ice or something, happens. It's okay. It's just like any other event that you plan. And then you want to go ahead and send thank you notes to everybody that has attended, whether you do that via email, the cards you collected, or again, you make that personal touch and you give people a call and thank them. You just want to make sure that people are really warm feeling and connected to your practice. And however you do that, I think is okay. I think it's really important that you be authentic in this whole process, but that you reach out to everybody, thank them for coming, and that you stay in touch with people. We decided for our open house that we're going to do maybe not an open house every quarter, but we're going to do some kind of event every quarter, whether next time we're going to do a breakfast to try to get some of the people who can come earlier in the day. And so we're going to do something every quarter. And so even if you decide that you wanted to do something like that, or even once a month, I know some practices do events once a month. They do workshops. So depending on the space that you have, I just think there's a lot of ways that you can be really creative to showcase your space. I've seen a lot of people's spaces on Facebook and Instagram, and they're beautiful, and I think people will be really connected. So I encourage you to have an open house. If this video, if it makes you want to have an open house, if it inspires you to have one, please comment below and let us know when your open house will be, and we'll be sure to share it. Okay, everybody, thanks, and I'll see you every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Bye.